questions as we get up with you, starting right now. The game of the night, Monday Night Football at MetLife Stadium. Felt like a blowout. By no means was it. Late first, Giants, Bucs. Bucs up 3-0. But after a Rojo fumble, it's Daniel Jones with the Giants in position to score. Jones throwing it up. Dion Lewis going out and grabbing it. A great catch in the corner of the end zone. Giants take a 7-3 lead. Same score, just under 6 minutes to go in the half. Tom Brady struggling in the first half, looking to throw, but Leonard Williams has other ideas. Bucs don't score a touchdown in the first half. Giants score 2, and they're up 14-6 at the break. Early third, it's the same score. So the Giants have the game in control. The one thing the quarterback can't do is turn the football over. Daniel Jones, that's the one thing he does too much. He gets picked by Carlton Davis, and to make it worse, look at the top of your screen. Look how open Darius Slayton is on the play. But Danny Dimes doesn't see him. It's his 9th straight game with a turnover. Frustration. Later in the third, Brady's in the red zone. Who's his favorite target? You know the answer. There's Gronk. There's a touchdown. 15-14 Tampa. They go for the 2. They don't get it. So it is 15-14. Ensuing Giants possession. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a dime from Daniel Jones. Evan Ingram, 30-yard gain. They set up for a field goal. They kick it. They're up 17-15 going to the 4th. Early 4th quarter, same score. Again, the Giants with the lead, and they're threatening. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't throw this. Oh, Daniel Jones picked off by Sean Murphy, bunting his 2nd interception of the game. A huge mistake. And on the ensuing possession, of course, the Buccaneers capitalize. Mike Evans laying out in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown grab from Brady, and the Bucs go ahead 22-17. All right, here's your ball game. Under a minute and a half to go. The Bucs are up by 8, 25-17. 4th and 16. Critical moment. Daniel Jones. Can he keep it alive? Yes, he can. That's Sterling Sharp, a 20-yard gain. Later in the drive, 33 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 10 at the 19. It's Jones. It's Golden Tate. It's a touchdown. It's 25-23. Brady can't believe it. They go for the 2 to try and tie it. It's Jones. It's Dion Lewis. It's knocked away by Antoine Winfield Jr. But wait, there's a flag. Of course it's interference. The refs are talking. What are they talking about? Take another look. This is clearly pass interference, except it isn't. The officials decide to pick up the flag, and that's how it ends. Brady and the Bucs escape 25-23.
Nate made the right call when he threw the flag. So I'm not sure why it got picked up. We had a pretty good view. I know they can't use the jumbotrons for replay. We had a pretty clear view of that as well. But I thought Nate made the right call the first time. I thought, normally your first instinct is the right one. So,
well, the ball hit Antoine in the back. I mean, it was to me there was no pass interference. I thought it was a good call. He had his hands out. There was no contact. The ball hit him in the back.
So neither coach had a shocking reaction to the call that decides the game. The referee, Brad Rogers, said the communication between the side judge and the down judge was that the defender contacted the receiver simultaneously as the ball came in. And in order to have defensive pass interference, it has to be clearly early and hinder the receiver's ability to make the catch. So again, that was the communication between the side judge and the down judge when obviously the flag had been thrown and then it was picked up. Now, we are not scheduled to talk a lot about this call here because no one but me thinks it was a terrible call. So I will merely tell all of you, I'm yelling at you again, as I did in our first hour. I watch football every single week. I've seen far less than that called interference, and somehow they decide to leave the game there. Jeff Saturday, one more time. I'm nominating you to get yelled at. You tell us one more time why that was the right decision.
Hey, listen, it's a bad ball. He throws a bad ball. He's late on it. Winfield comes over the top, is getting there, and his body is about to touch Lewis, or is touching Lewis as he turns back and hits it with his arm. Good play by Winfield, man. This was not, again, if it's a better ball, if the ball's thrown the pylon, you may have a conversation if he bumps him, but this way, no way, man. Good call by the refs to pick it up. As defense, listen, all the rules are set up for the offense anyway. Defense makes one play. We want to throw a fit about it. Greeny, you can call a lot of Giants fans. Outside of that, I don't think you can get much help here.
All right, well, listen, and I am no fan of the Giants, but I think there's one thing that we have arrived at here after much discussion is that we all agree I'm right. Okay, now let's move on to other business. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not set the world on fire last night. That's a game we were talking about, whether they could load manage their quarterback. But they do find a way to win, and they're about to get much better starting today. Dan Graziano, tell everybody how.
Antonio Brown, his suspension is up, and he's eligible to be in their building and practice this week. And play in their game on Sunday. So he is officially part of the team and available to them. If Chris Godwin can't come back, obviously you wonder if they make a plan around Antonio Brown this week. But he's been there, and this week he can actually take part in practice.
And you see it's a critical game. It's the rematch with the Saints. Remember, they lost week 1 against New Orleans, so that could be a critical game in that division. Marcus Spears, how much better does Antonio Brown make the Buccaneers offense immediately?
Oh, tremendously better, G. Listen, they missed Chris Godwin. Let's get that out in the open. He was a playmaker. Yeah. Tom Brady had built trust, looks like it, with him. And now you add Antonio Brown, who Tom has rapport with. But listen, this is a Hall of Famer being installed into an offense. Like, this is the difference between, this move is the difference between Tampa potentially having the best personnel to put out on the field of any team. Yes, I said any team when it comes to the weapons that they have outside. Now you add Antonio Brown, who not only can work the middle of the field, who not only causes you not to be able to have Bradbury follow Mike Evans all night long, who also makes everybody else's job easier. That's the thing that people forget. That's why I was so crazy about this OBJ talk, because what OBJ did for Cleveland was opened up windows for everybody else because of the attention you have to pay. Now you telling me that I'm going to deploy Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski. We saw Cameron Brate get involved. We've seen what Scotty Miller has been able to do. Defenses have nothing to determine what are you going to stop. I remember when I played at LSU, was playing tight end, Jimbo Fisher used to say, pick your poison. Well, it's poison all over the field now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You just got to figure out what way you want to get choked out when you add Antonio Brown to the fold.
So every week, Jeff Saturday, we talk about teams, and every game is a referendum on how good they are. By the end of the season, look at a little crystal ball for me, Jeff. Will we be saying the Buccaneers are the best team in the NFC?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, this team is loaded. And for all the reasons Swagoo just said, when you talk about Godwin coming back with Brown, with Evans, guys getting healthy, Rojo, Fournette, right? Gronk's getting more, he's getting acclimated to playing ball again. And here's the craziest part. The best part of their team is on the other side of the ball. So defensively, they're absolutely stacked, right? So when you talk about complementary football, what they're able to do, we said this defense has won them a bunch of games already this season as the offense is learning to play with each other. This team is loaded to bear, and it puts them in that Kansas City Chiefs category with offensive weaponry that we don't talk about with very many teams, exactly like what Swagoo was saying. This team is loaded, and you give that with the protection. The offensive line's done a pretty good job, not as much last night as the rest of the season, but this team is loaded to bear into the season. I think this is the one for the NFC.
All right, and Greg, I did want to ask you, Allie, can I ask him about it? Because I'm not understanding what you're saying. Yes, okay, so, Greg, earlier this morning, you made reference to the fact that on that play, that if you, and the play in the flat that I think was a bad call, you said that if Marcus Spears had dropped off into coverage on that play, you would have been relieved to see him in coverage. Swagoo, I got your back, my friend. Roll the tape. I present for you right now Marcus Spears in
don't
college.
You dare pull this back. I know where this is going.
Here we go.
I know where this is going. National championship.
Dropping into coverage. Marcus Spears, take us through this play. Oh, look at Swagoo.
Oh, it's God. It's Rex Grossman.
Who's going to get
I'm dropping to the middle of the field. I see the crosser. I see the crosser out of the corner of my eye. I was an athlete at once. Yeah. And I go up and make a one-hand grab. And then I should have got in the end zone, but I was trying to run over Rex Grossman.
So are you really looking at them all? You are stationary. You are a door right there, literally. Like all I have to do is throw it 2 yards to the right or left of you. You got no shot of making a play on the ball. No, you're reading. Yeah, please. That's called dropping back and thinking I'm in the right spot, and then sure enough, I'm going to throw it right to you. So credit Rex Grossman for that horrendous play. He had a little Daniel Jones in him right there.